Hey guys, how's it going? Ghosty Rich here today with Mika, and we are going to be tearing down this motor so we can do our MDS delete. Just go ahead and pop these up. Again, you can use whatever you'd like, and then you can press the center and wiggle and pull up. Now, again, making sure those are fully out like that. See, just like this. If they aren't fully out, you ain't gonna get them out. Once those plugs are out, go ahead, take a socket and loosen up your coils. You can go ahead, just break them loose if you want. And after you do that, some people like to hit it with just the hand driver rather than a ratchet. After you do that, it's pretty easy. I'm just going to pull one of these out so you can see. Now, remember when you're taking these out, you can feel that there isn't a whole lot of torque on these. So when you put it back in, don't be going all ham, because if you do, you could strip out the plastic, which isn't a good thing either, because you want these things to seal up. So, as you can see, that's loose, that's loose. And we just want to pop out that coil like that. Look at that. They put a good amount of dielectric on there. And now we can look down our cylinder head. Now, cool thing about doing that is, let me get a flashlight and I'll show you. Take a look at that. I'm going to try moving it in and out. See how clean these cylinders are? If you notice any oil or anything in your cylinders, it means that one of your cylinder valve gaskets are probably leaking. After you've gotten your coils out, I would suggest hitting all around the edges if you have any debris with a vacuum like I've done. And then if you want, just take this and wipe it up. Just since you already have it off, wipe these up. Make sure, if you can, you push away from inside the spark plug area there. You do not want any debris getting, of course, in the head. So that's why I always take the extra step. Make sure, if you even want to, you can make the paper towel a little bit damp just so it picks up all the dust. If you like, go ahead, grab a 5/8 spark plug socket. You can tell it has this on the edge, and it's got that rubber seat on the inside to hold the plug. Go ahead and slip it in and pull it out. Just so there's no mishaps, ratchet flick this way. Remember, that way's to tighten, this way's to loosen. And you might need both hands to get these puppies out. Once you've cracked it loose with both hands, just go ahead, keep going, and then after you think you've got enough, you can always take the ratchet off, do the rest with your fingers. I'm just going to put my ratchet down and keep on going. Make sure you press in a little bit. Just make sure that spark plug is in the boot. Once it feels like you've been screwing forever, which you probably have, well, you can see my boot didn't fully seat. All I gotta do is squish it in, squish it down. Oh, I even have some more threads to go. That always happens to me. I always think, oh, I've gotten all the threads. Let's see. Oh, there's our plug. Flip it up. Wow, look at that. These plugs are looking pretty good. One thing you'll get in the habit of is, now that we have our coils out, is all these little red tabs have to slide out before you put them in. You'll probably end up breaking some nails unless you do it with something else, but you'll see it just pops forward like this, and then from there you can press and pull out. If you have fuel in your system, which you probably do, all you do is you go like this, lift that, then right here you squeeze both sides and push down. You can see that is now free, and you can pull that off. If you have fuel in there, you're going to get a little bit of fuel everywhere. If you're going to get this whole wiring harness out of the way, wiggle the gray tab back. I just wiggled it, and then compress and pull out. So again, compress and then pull it out. For moving the transmission side, just make sure you squeeze this clip, that clip off of here. Note the colors. Same here. unplugged this side from right here and this side from right up here. Made them nice and loose. As you can see, that red part right there is now slid down. I just pressed really hard. Then what you do is you compress that and push the white handle down. So like that. And it should release our connector. These ones, all you're doing is you're compressing and moving it back. They might have a little bit of dirt in it like mine did, so when you're compressing it and pulling back, just keep that in mind. I would compress it, and then maybe if you have a bit of a flat blade, thicker flat blade, just so that way it has more surface area. And be very careful so you don't break the plug. So you compress it with your finger and then work your way around the plug. If you don't have one yet, you should definitely get one of these. They just go right in here and you can work them in and pop these out without breaking them sometimes, or other times they just break. It's just the way it goes. But at least with this thing, you can pull them back. You can try and get this in there. And it gives you a fighting chance, because if you go in there, a lot of times they just bust out. You can either buy new ones or find other things to zap strap into. I always try to get it into the bottom one if I can, like that. But see, look at that. Nothing you do. So, this one was from this transfer case. Again, pull it out, press, wiggle out. I'm gonna go over here and see where this one wire goes, and that'll conclude all the wires in the transmission. The last one here, you're gonna have this metal thing like that, bend it out of the way, slip the connector back, compress, and wiggle like you're used to get it out. Like I said, pull it back, compress. If you still have your intake pipe, loosen that clamp, take it off, squeeze right here, slips out. This one, another safety clip, just pull back and wiggle, and that's it off the throttle body. This one is, once again, slide the red. Now I'm just seeing if this one's down or up. Oh, it's up. See, slides up, compress, and pull out. See this red connector? Take the lip of the, you'll feel a little lip, you pull it in and up. I know it looks funny because you don't pull it out towards you, you push it in and then up. And see how it just comes off of here? You wiggle it and then just pull it and pull out. After you've done that, squeeze here, and again just compress this one and pull back and it'll come out. You might have to support the sensor. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab the sensor here, squeeze and pull back. This one down here, once again, red tab, grab, slide it back if you can get it. Yep, got it again. Squeeze and remove. Move down to down here. This one's just a squeeze and remove. And this safety one down here, let's see here. Remove this one so it's fully out of the way. That one, pull back once again. See that? Pull it, compress, and pull out. Injectors. These things are a little fun sometimes. I like to put my thumb right like this and pop up, and then you can release it like that. And then move on to the next. And again, just on this little module, you're gonna have to pull it down and then wiggle and it comes out. Once this is out, what you need to do, especially if we're gonna access the heads, you'll have to come here and go under these, and once again, just give them a lift. Try and get your tool in there as deep as you can and lift these ones out. See? If you can get them out in a hole, well, you're having a really good day. Oh, look at that, another one. So yeah, just go along, and that's how you get all these, right? So take off as many as you need to get out of the way. In there, that's a dark spot, but under the engine, right at the rear, you'll see two more plugs. Make sure you get them. One goes into your manifold, and one is going to go into the back, right at the back of the block. That one, super easy. Compress the two sides. That one, see, it's got the little red safety. You got to slide that back with either a screwdriver or a nail. You slide it back, pinch it, and pull it out. Couple things I'm going to also remove. This one. This one. In a second. That one's easier. Go to the front side, remove it from there. Just from right here. Might have to grab and wiggle if it's been sitting there for a while. Just like that. If you want to get this out of the way, just pull up on that, wiggle it off the bracket, put this up here for a second. Go ahead and do the same up here to that one. You might have to peel it back with your finger a little bit, but just keep wiggling it and pulling up and it'll come off. I put the big harness up here just to kind of go over. I went through every connector. Now the video did cut out some audio, I noticed afterwards. But I do show how to remove this. You're just not going to have much audio. I'm going to put that in right here. But just follow what I'm saying. It's just unplug there and there. And then there's also the starter stuff down here, which is really, really hard because, yeah, it doesn't matter how much lighting I try to get in there. It's just another one, just like the other side, squeeze clip. Undo the 13 mil for the starter. And then there's a bladed connector where you just slide back. There's not even a push tab. You just slide. And that's it.